welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Mash, where we get messy about books, authors, and all characters that we wish were real. Oh my gosh, see, I'm already messing up. I'm Ashley, this is my sister Miranda, and today we are beyond excited to be joined by the amazing Katie King, author of the charming, heartfelt, totally swoon-worthy, if you haven't read it yet, because it's not out yet, but I have. Contemporary romance, rules for starting over. This book's amazing. It has everything from a fresh start, an unexpected connection. Can we talk about the rooster wallpaper? I was dying. I was absolutely dying. Katie, welcome to the pod. We're so excited you're here. Do you want to take a minute to introduce yourself, introduce your book, all the good
I
things?
can always rant forever. But yeah, thanks guys for having me. I'm so excited to be here. My book, I'll just kind of like hold it up here. For starting over, comes out September 19th. It's my debut novel. It's my first book. I've always been a very big reader since like childhood. I didn't get the cool like safety patrol job in 5th grade when everyone was in 5th grade. I got library aide, but like that tracks with me.
Yeah.
I've always been a big nerd, and finally I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to write a book, and I did. I wrote it. So I put it away for like 8 months and picked it back up, and I was like, I think this is actually pretty good. Like, I think I could do something with this. And here we are.
It's amazing. And I was just telling Katie before we hopped on, like, it takes a lot for me to get like super invested into the characters. And there was a point at like 15%, I'm not going to spoil anything, but at 15%, or no, 15 minutes until the end of the book, I was like throwing my Kindle, like screaming, like, if Katie does this to me, I'm done. So it's really good, you guys. Like, really
I
good.
might have to film my reaction now that I know that like you're telling me the point. So when I do read it, I might have to record it and see what my reaction is.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Please do that. That would be so fun.
We love it when authors like give us, we always ask sometimes, we're like, hey, is there like a certain point where we could record our reactions? And we had Sloan Raleigh on, and she's like, well, this chapter, this chapter, this chapter, this chapter.
We're like, oh
It was
boy.
terrible. Like, oh great. Thanks, Sloan, for ruining me.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Nervous to like record myself reading a book because y'all, I got like some pretty bad RBF, and I don't hide anything that I'm thinking. So actually, it might be pretty entertaining to watch.
I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be really
I have
funny.
not recorded myself with a reaction of a book yet, so I'm interested to see how that would go. I really wish I would have recorded myself reading Metal Slinger, because that was...
I read that one recently. I really liked that book a lot.
Yes.
Don't ask me.
Ashley's not ready.
It's out of my brain already, but I know I liked it.
I had some kind of reaction to it, but I don't remember what it was.
I rated it well.
Yeah, we do that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
right.
Katie, give our listeners the setup. What's rules for starting over about in your own words, but no spoilers?
Okay, no spoilers. So it is about a woman named Chloe Brown, and she has a tragedy and kind of betrayal that happens in her life, and she just shuts down. She shuts down hard for like 3 years. She shuts down. And then finally, she's just tired of it. And in order to kind of come back to life a little bit, she needs to remove herself from her current situation. So she moves from Tennessee to Georgia, and she starts her life over. But in order to do that and like really dip her toes back out there and really get back out there, she sets a list of rules for herself so she doesn't just get totally obliterated again. She wants to set her life up in these nice tiny little boxes. She thinks to keep her safe until about, I don't know, chapter 2, when our main male character comes barreling in, and I won't give away how they meet because I really like how they meet. And he is just there to break all of her rules, and he breaks them repeatedly over and over again. And it's about a story of her just really coming back to life. She kind of has this found family that she has as well. So there's some really sweet friendships as well as romantic relationships. I think you'll laugh. I hope you laugh. Some of my friends
I was dying.
Some of my friends in some of it. So there's some like drama in there and some like real life stuff that happens along the way. But it's kind of her journey of coming back to life, simultaneously falling in love with our main character, James, who's wonderful. I love him. Their whole story, and you just get to kind of see it. It's not an insta love. It's definitely a slow burn. It's a little bit of like resisting as well because she's trying not to break the rules. A little bit of like a workplace romance in there. It's got a lot of different tropes.
Oh yeah.
But it's just real life, and real life can be messy sometimes, and it's not always pretty. Sometimes it's just messy and chaotic.
My favorite part, I think, is like the little tidbits where she's like talking to us as the readers. You know what I mean? Oh my god. Well, of course you know what I mean, but I was sitting at the mall and
You know what I mean.
yeah, I was like in like, a massage chair, and I think I was only on like chapter 2 or something. And every time like she would like make a comment towards like us, I'm like, hey, I really like this because it's like the movies where like she's like walking through town and she's talking to herself in her head and she's like talking to us at the same time with
Yeah.
like the snarky comments.
It's kind of like what I do in real life, so
Yeah.
it kind of bled into the pages.
I love it. That was
The
my
inner
favorite part, I
dialogue
think.
is always so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't wait to read it. I'm already like, oh, what do I have next? I might have to push this forward.
Punt it
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
We do that a lot.
We do that a lot. I also have signed up for way less arcs than I normally do, so I have some room to bring some extra things in. So
Give yourself some room to breathe there. And
yes,
really
exactly. So
It's
you
terrible.
said we have Chloe, and she's navigating this fresh start in a new place, which we love because those are always such good stories. What inspired her story, and was there a particular moment or idea that sparked it for you?
So there are parts of my life that bleed into this story a little bit. Not just like there's not one character that I would say it's like that's me or like any characters. There are parts from people in real life that I put into my characters, which I think probably all authors do, right? That's where we get inspiration. It's from real life. But I actually am from Tennessee and I moved to Georgia many years ago. Wasn't after a tragedy, but it did kind of spark that relocation and starting over and having to navigate life and like from scratch because I didn't know anyone. There are some similarities with me and Chloe. Like I worked in tech and she works in tech, but like you know, right? So I also met my husband at work. So there
Aw.
are some like similarities, but also there's definitely things that are uniquely her that I have no life experience with at all. I think that was probably when I started thinking about should I write a book? And I was like, yeah, I am not an author that like outlined anything at all. I just have a very active imagination and just started writing one day just to see what came out. My friends joke because kind of towards the end of the book, there's a character that's introduced. Jordan is his name. And he ends up kind of being a sleazy bad guy. Well, when I first wrote his name, I didn't know he was going to be a bad guy. And my husband's name is Jordan. And so, like, and then at the end of the book, he turned out to be this terrible human being. And all my friends were like, how does your husband feel about that? And I was like, I didn't even think about it. So like that gives you an idea of like, I just like see the story in my head like a movie and just write it out. The parts of it were definitely inspired from real life. Just kind of the starting over aspect and some of the shenanigans that she gets into. I drew some from real life way back when, but not anytime recently, but way back when. So there are some inspiration from real life in there.
That's awesome.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. Now that you've read it, you're like, which part? Which part?
I know. I'm like, I'm intrigued, Katie. Let's talk about this.
There are some going out scenes that are inspired from.
Yeah. Okay, so we have to talk about the rooster wallpaper.
Okay.
I really wish Miranda's read this. When she was going into detail about these roosters, I was dying. I was like, because we had a family friend who was obsessed with chickens.
Okay.
And like everywhere in her house was literally like chickens everywhere. Do you remember, Miranda?
Mm-hmm.
So when you were describing the rooster wallpaper, like I had flashbacks of this house.
Just picturing all the chickens.
All right. So in the book, she moves into this like tiny 1-bedroom apartment, and she had this beautiful townhome in Tennessee, and she sold it, and like she sold all her stuff, like everything, like clothes, everything. She's starting from scratch, and she moves into this 1-bedroom apartment that's kind of older, but like it's fine. She's starting over, and in the kitchen, there's this rooster wallpaper that like follows her, or she feels like it's following her. So she ends up talking to it, or she ends up like running through the house really quickly to see if it follows her. The idea was one of my kids when they were younger, my in-laws had this rooster statue on top of the refrigerator, and he was like obsessed, like, and sort of terrified of it. Like he felt like it was following him all the time, and like he'd always ask me, like, where is it? It was in my head whenever I was writing about the rooster wallpaper. Also, my first apartment had terrible wallpaper, but it wasn't rooster wallpaper. But
I love it. It's funny because when we were growing up, my great grandma was an artist. So she did like painting and statues, and there was a statue at the bottom of the stairs. I don't remember who it was. I don't remember if it was our uncle or our great grandpa. But at the bottom of the stairs, there was like this head statue from the shoulders up of this young boy. And we used to do the same thing.
Creepy.
The same thing. Like that thing is turning on that base to watch us.
Yeah.
It was so scary.
Haunting. For sure. It's definitely haunting.
It doesn't look like art when you're a kid.
No, it's scary.
It just looks like it's something from a nightmare is what it looks like.
Well, especially because, like, my dad looked like him as a kid, my uncle looked like him as a kid, our cousin looked like him. Like, everybody in our family looks just like this kid.
Get rid of that thing. Get it
I don't know where it's at now.
It's probably up in the attic.
Hope so, because
haunting some family, that's what's happening. Some other small children are afraid of it now.
Oh, goodness.
One
That's
of us
hilarious.
accidentally knocked it over.
I love it.
We might have to check in with our cousins and see if that's what happened.
I know, now I'm curious on where it went.
Does anybody have a location on this thing?
Oh, gosh.
If it's under my bed, I'm crying.
That's hilarious.
This is going to be the new family joke. Y'all are going to start hiding it.
I know.
We did I don't know if you've seen it, but there's like the Christmas prank where you take like items from your grandparents and wrap them up and like hand them all out. We did that for our grandma.
So
and at
funny.
First she's like, huh. And I'm recording. I'm dying. I'm rolling on the floor. She's like, oh, I have that pillow. Hey, that's a picture of Grandpa that I had on the wall. What happened to that picture of Grandpa? Oh,
Yo,
and there was like 20 of us upstairs.
I'm using this somehow in my next book. I love this.
Yes.
Do it. It's hilarious. I'll send you the video.
Yes,
yeah, it was super funny. It took a good 5 minutes for her to realize, like, oh, this is my stuff you wrapped up. I was looking for this everywhere for the longest time, she says.
I do this to my mom now. I love it.
It's hilarious. Well, the best part is, so like I told you earlier, I live in an old hay barn. There's 2 different apartments. So like we live downstairs, my husband, me, and my 3 kids. My grandma and my twin cousins live upstairs.
Okay.
So my kids would go up at like random times to check on grandma and like take things.
They were just slowly pilfering.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was pretty funny.
It's impressive, really, that they never got caught. I don't know what that says about their future.
Well, and my middle is the one that did the most damage. She'd go up there like 6 to 7 times a day. And she'd come down and her pockets would just be full.
I'm impressed.
So,
Oh my goodness.
if you ever need a klepto, let me know.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's super funny. Okay, so we talked about the rooster wallpaper. We have a level of detail that gives Chloe's world such personality, which we've already talked about a little bit with like the inner dialogue and her running away from the wallpaper and things. But how did you create a setting that feels real, especially in contemporary romance?
So honestly, again, it's like writing what you know, right? So a lot of it is like places I've seen or things friends have experienced, I've experienced. Like her first apartment, is it totally modeled after my first apartment? But obviously I drew from that because you write what you know. Also, like I write a lot of the times at a coffee shop. So like sometimes I'm just observing and listening. I'm like, that's making it into the book for sure. Just real life problems and people. And I think I said it, I don't remember if we were recording yet or not, but like I have a very active imagination. So like I can create whole worlds in my brain, not worlds because I can't do fantasy writing. Like, let me take that. I can create whole people and they're like my imaginary friend, right? And now I just get to like tell other people about them and people think that's cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Like no one's coming with a big butterfly net to catch me. So this is good. kind of always been this way where I would create these three-dimensional characters and like their storylines in my brains. Big outdoor family, like we hiked a lot growing up, and like you're just kind of like hiking and it's quiet, and instead of probably taking in nature like my parents thought I should, I was like creating stories, short stories in my brain. And like so I've just kind of always done that, and I'm glad it bleeds through that like Chloe and James and all my characters, they come across as real people because in my brain they are real people. Crazy
That's
table of one.
No, make a table of two. Bonus one.
We can be
We
there
could just
together.
have all the crazies at one table.
There
It's
you
all
go.
good.
Yeah, but they do. They feel like I'm like looking at I keep looking down because my book is sitting here, but they feel like real people to me.
Yeah. Well, I think you did a good job at making them feel real.
Good. Glad. I'm glad that I did.
I felt the feels.
They felt the feels. Okay, perfect.
Hence why I wanted to throw my Kindle at 15% until then.
I love that you keep saying
I'm not spoiling it though.
I promise there's like it gets tied with a bow at the end. I promise.
Yes, it does.
Ending.
It does.
And maybe like a tee up for book 2, but it's not like a crazy spoiler where you're gonna want to punch me in the face. I promise.
No. Because like 3 pages after, I'm like, oh, okay, we're good, Katie. We're good.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Oh, let's talk about James really quick. Your male main character. He's got that perfectly grounded energy, and yet we can still tell that there's more than meets the eye. What was your favorite part about writing his character?
Oh gosh. Okay, so my book is dual point of view, which is fun. I've never written I've never written a book before at all, but I definitely have a dual point of view. Even like short stories or writing in college or anything like that, I never wrote dual point of view. So I thought it was super fun to try to write from a male perspective. For him, I had a lot of guy friends growing up, so I just kind of took qualities of all of them that I loved, pushed it into one person, right? Isn't that what we do with book boyfriends? Yeah. So for him, I just felt like I wanted him to have a past, and he does. He has a past, and Chloe's not the only one with baggage. Everyone has stuff. Like it wouldn't be fair if he just came off as like this shiny person, right? And I didn't want him to just be a playboy. Like I wanted him to be more than the playboy. So he's got a little bit of baggage, and his baggage explains his playboy tendencies, but he also isn't like a total like man whore, right? Like there's balance there. And then he just is honestly, he's just a good person, right? He was raised in a really good family, and loves his siblings, and is just like there for people and shows up for people, but is also really funny and flirty and sarcastic and has a snark and like can give it as good as he takes. And like I just like how their relationship grows, and they have this friendship, but it always teeters on the line of more than friendship always, and reeling back in. And it's just kind of like how I see a real relationship playing out for somebody in their mid to late 20s. I just think all of that could actually happen in real life.
Yeah. My favorite part when she was describing James was when she was drunk and she's like, your abs have abs, 2, 4, 6, 8.
Like a book boyfriend needs to be ripped, right? He's got to be ripped.
Yeah.
He's got the background of like he trains for these Ironmans, so like it explains why he's ripped. He's not just some like nerdy tech guy who's also ripped. Like he has a backstory for why his abs have abs. So
I was like, yeah. I loved it.
Oh, that sounds so funny. Let's do a quick lightning round. So just go with your gut. First thing that comes to mind. First one, Chloe's favorite comfort.
Pizza.
James's biggest green flag.
Biggest green flag? The way he takes care of other people.
Oh, one emoji that sums up their first meeting.
What's one emoji that's like she's like cross-eyed and the tongue is out? Like that sums up. Do you think, Ashley? Like, yeah.
Miranda, you really need to read it.
I do. I love how you were laughing before she even gave the answer, because you're like, this is gonna be good.
It's just one of those things that I feel
whole, like second chapter is like the most hilarious second chapter I think I've like ever read in my life. You can literally like see it playing in your head.
It's something that like parts of the second chapter have happened to me before. Like not the whole second chapter, but like when you read it, you're gonna be like, how has this happened to you? Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
If Rules for Starting Over were a rom-com movie, what would it be called?
Can it just have the same name? Rules for
That's
Starting
what I was thinking. I like the title.
I know this is supposed to be lightning round, but can I just tell y'all, one of my beta readers gave me my title for like the 2 years
Oh.
on it. In my brain, it was living in between or the in between is what I was calling it. And it's like, I don't really love that. And one of my beta readers was like sending me stuff back and forth. And she was like, what about rules for starting over? I was like,
I love it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So,
That's so
so
cool.
good.
so
Last one. One rule you personally live by when it comes to love.
this is supposed to be lightning round. This feels like deep, guys. One rule I personally, I mean, like selfless love, right? You always put the other person above you. And I hope my husband would say I do that, right? But I definitely think like you give all of yourself and you put the other person first. That's
I think you need to
my rule.
talk to my husband.
Oh my gosh.
My husband's out of town, so we can't call him in here to
Mhm.
verify it that I do. So
Always make jokes. So
Good.
Miranda's like the romantic, like my husband's my heart, which my husband's my heart
Yep.
too. But Miranda's like, my husband can do no wrong, like he is my life. And mine is the kind of husband that would like leave me on the side of the road if I didn't have the keys to the car. He would
Well-
hire somebody to come take me away.
I also think that like in love, you've gotta, I don't know if it's a rule for love, but just life. Like you gotta find the people that you can just be weird with, right? Like
Mhm.
really, like there's no masks in our house. What was happening the other day? My kids were doing something weird, and then I was in the kitchen like cutting up my own lunch. There's no children present, and my husband came in. He was like, "Are you making sound effects for your own food right now?" It's like putting stuff on the plate. He was like, "This is the weirdest house." Like he tells us that. Tells me specifically, like, hey, like, the weirdest person he knows. I don't think he really knew what he was signing up for until we said I do, but I mean, I'm weird. I
It
just
sounds like a
husband tells
good
me-
weird though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tells me all the time that he wishes that he read the fine print before he said I do.
Too late, buddy. We're really in this now. What is it? 13
Like-
years? You're in it.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
on almost 17 and like it's tattooed on me. Like you're out of
It's-
luck, man.
Not going anywhere.
3 kids, 17 years, like you are
Mhm.
stuck.
You're
Yep.
stuck. I regularly say though, like, do you think if you told your friends whatever's happening in our life was happening, they'd believe you? He's like, no. It's like you're. No, I've got mascara under my eyeballs.
I'm like,
Too hard.
I'm like
Sure.
crying. Miranda, you're gonna have to put like nice filters over me when
Yeah.
you're editing.
Edit that out. Or don't. I
Yeah.
don't care.
I haven't figured out filters yet. Sorry, guys.
It's above your pay grade. That's fine.
It is. It
It
is.
is. It is.
You know, it's a first
Okay,
take.
so let's talk about you really quick and behind the scenes. What was the most fun scene to write? No, like I said, no spoilers at all. Just give us the vibe.
I really loved my writing their meeting. That was really fun for me. Another one I really loved writing is when James finds her out at the bar and she is just, I mean, she's wasted. And that whole scene of him like kind of taking care of her, scooping her up, getting her home, and just like the things she says and like how chaos it's fun to write her chaos.
Your abs have abs.
He goes on this whole like, don't throw gum out the window because it'll stick to woodland creatures' paws. I mean, like it's just like the most random assortment of things, and like she's booping him in the nose, and the whole time he's just like lovingly taking care of her. So that was super great. I think those two are probably my favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, others like there's tender moments or whatever, but like those two are fun for me because they're chaotic.
Yeah, I would say my favorite would probably be like when they met.
Yeah, when they met is super fun.
Yeah.
Because it's, I mean, there's some meet cutes where they like run into each other, but this like kind of puts a twist on it a little bit.
So cute. Because I feel like that'd be like my life.
Yeah, for sure that would happen.
I'm just
Totally
over here
be
like,
Chloe in my life.
I'll figure it out eventually.
Get to reading, Miranda.
And you'll be like, now I get it. Now I get it.
Well, I also get like your perspective, so when I'm reading it, I'll be able to like, that's what she meant by that. So that'll make it interesting too.
Yeah, it'll be different. I like that one of you has read it and one of you hasn't yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, normally that happens. So like if one of us reads it, the other one hasn't, if we even have a chance to read the book before the author comes on. So a lot of times normally it's me. Normally I read it when she didn't. But we swapped this time,
I love
And
that.
which I'm
more
good
fun.
with.
So you
Whatever.
can kind of understand, at least one of you can understand that there's total insanity happening in a few
I'm glad
chapters.
it's me.
I'm glad for you that it's you too.
Miranda wouldn't appreciate it as much as me. Just kidding. She would.
Oh my goodness. So you were talking about it kind of giving a lead into book 2. So are these going to be like standalones within a series, or what are you thinking for the next
I
one?
think we can stand alone. I actually have another book that's like 50% written that has nothing to
Ooh.
do with this at all. And my beta readers initially were like screaming, like, you have got to give Liz, who is Chloe's best friend that she makes, you have got to give her own story.
Mm-hmm.
Because I probably spent more time on side characters than other authors do. But again, I wanted them to feel like real people. Like they have stories, they have life mess too. So you get to see like a little sliver of Liz and her trauma and also how wonderful she is. So my beta readers were like, please tell me that you're like the next story you're writing is about Liz. I was like, I can. So your own story. And book launch stuff is just crazy. Like I didn't, and it's summer. My kids don't go back to school till next week still. So like I've written, I don't know, 3 or 4 chapters of it, but I'm already like, I like how this is going. So, and then the way it ends, I'm like, all right, let's see. I mean, I know I can weave the story with how book 1 ends. I already have like idea of how it's going to go, but like, who knows once I start typing, but obviously have to stick into like how I ended book 1. So I think it's going to be a super fun story. And well, it's already like shaping up to be a fun story. I don't know if any other side characters will get their own story, but Liz for sure will.
Will Hulk still be in it?
Yeah, Hulk will be there for sure. He's awesome. He's going to be front and center. He's already made it into chapter 3, so he'll be in it.
It's a cat, Miranda. It's a cat.
Okay, cool.
So cute. So
I'm like, that's an interesting name for a character.
it's a cat.
Now we turn and like there's a superhero in the series.
She liked it so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, so before we wrap up, what's one feeling or message you hope readers walk away with after finishing My Gosh Rules for Starting Over?
So I'm a big reader and I like to read to escape, right? I like to escape what's going on. I like to just dive into other people's worlds. And I hope when people read about Chloe and James, they get to distracted from everything else that's going on in life, and they get to just escape for a little while in somebody else's life and somebody else's story, where there's not like toxic people going on, and it's all just kind of real life people, like they're your friends. And I hope they walk away just feeling just like smitten with them, right? Like I love them. You have a handful of new best friends, and you're just so happy for like what's happened in their life, right? Like that's what I hope people walk away with. I just want to provide other readers an escape like my favorite authors have provided me. So that's the
I
goal.
love that.
And so I think you did a good job. You did a really good job.
I'm glad. Well, I mean, like lots of firsts for me, right? Like writing a book. Then like I had friendly readers who I know in person, and like 2 weeks ago I sent it out to 125, 130 people. Like, I don't know. So I was like really sweating when I hit send on that. You just don't know. You know, your friends hype you up because they're your friends. Like, but you don't smoke or not. So sending it out was nerve wracking, but it's all like the book talk community and the Instagram, what's it called on the Bookstagram community.
Yeah.
And like so kind, so kind. And it's been really fun. It's been really fun.
Yeah. Well, you deserve it. So just
Well,
saying.
that's kind of you to say. That is so kind. I mean, I think it's a good book, so hopefully other people do too.
Well, we've already got one fan in the room. I imagine I'll be one too here shortly.
I'm going to have a big sign over here that says Katie King's #1 fan.
I love that.
I expect all of my readers to have that, right? I love it.
Oh, goodness. Okay. That was all of our questions. So thank you so much, Katie, for coming. We had a blast. I laughed. My cheeks are hurting. So if you're looking for a warm, heartfelt, and witty romance with a side of emotional depth and a dash of rooster drama, then you need to grab Rules for Starting Over. We will have all of the links that are needed in the caption, and then we'll also throw some like promotional stuff on our page when Katie posts about when the book is coming out, so you all get a reminder, hey, this is available now, go grab it. But until next time, keep reading, keep mashing, and always check the wallpaper before you sign a lease. With that, thanks.
Bye, guys.